Now that we are spending so much time at home, many of us are feeling the decluttering jitters, wanting to simplify our home, simplify our space, get rid of the clutter, and make our home just a very nice and cozy environment to live in. But of course, because of the lockdown, there might be certain special challenges that we may come across. Of course, what to do with the items you want to get rid of now that the donation centers are probably not possible, and also just feeling low energy or having low motivation. So in today's video, I want to share 6 tips for how to declutter your home during lockdown. Yes, there may be certain challenges that we face, but we can still get a lot of simplifying done. It's just a matter of shifting our mindset a little. So let's begin. Number 1, avoid easy to avoid clutter. What I mean by this is that there is a ton that we can do in our home to keep it clean and tidy and organized. Just by doing a little tidying here and there, it doesn't have to take up much time, and no one feels good and safe in an environment that is full of clutter. Some easy things you can do is make sure to make the bed in the morning, fold the blankets on your couch, clear off surfaces in your home, quickly wipe them down, make sure things go back to where they belong after using them, and of course clearing out the dishwasher if you have one in the morning so your dirty dishes don't pile up in your kitchen. These are very small, easy actions that we can take throughout our day to help us feel more accomplished and also perhaps motivate us to do some serious decluttering as well. And if you want more easy tips to simplify your home quickly, then I recommend watching this video. Number 2, have a designated to-go zone. If you are doing some decluttering, then chances are that you will find some items that you want to get rid of. And right now it's unfortunate because we can't really drop them off at the donation centers. So what to do with the items you want to let go of, because it can be a little disheartening to do all that work and still not be able to actually get these things out of your house. I'm going to share a lot of ideas in this video for decluttering projects that you can do that do not generate a lot of physical clutter. But if you do have some things that you want to let go of, then my advice is to designate one area in your home and make that the to-go zone. So store all the items that you want to get rid of in one place in your home. This way you will at least have all these things collected in one place instead of them being all over your house. And then once we are able to drop them off at the donation centers again, you can just quickly get rid of them in one go. If you are doing this though, then please keep this in mind. Use labels and make sure that you really know which box needs to go where. So for example, make a separate box for sell, donate, giveaway, etc. so that when the time comes and it is time to actually get rid of them, you don't have to open up all these boxes again and go through all the items. You know exactly which box needs to go where, and you can immediately get them out of your house. I'm curious, are you decluttering right now, or did you make the choice to just leave things be for now? What are your thoughts on this whole thing? Please leave that in the comments. I also quickly want to thank everyone who already purchased my new decluttering ebook. It was really nice to see all the positive reactions to it. And the book is called Simple Happy Zen's Ultimate Decluttering Guide. And this is a 90-page PDF file that covers both the mental aspects of decluttering as well as the practical physical side of decluttering. And I go into depth about how to tackle all categories of clutter in your home. And I also share some helpful checklists to help you on your way. If you want to get this ebook for yourself, then I'll make sure to leave a link to it in the description as well as the top comment. And by purchasing, you're not only getting a beautiful ebook, but you're also supporting the Simple Happy Zen channel and the free videos and content that I make for the community. And of course, if you have any questions for me, please leave them in the comments. I'll be sure to get back to you. Number 3, digital declutter. If we're talking about decluttering our home during lockdown and not being able to actually get rid of any physical items because of it, then I think doing a digital decluttering session is absolutely perfect right now, because it's not going to generate any physical clutter and it's also just really satisfying to do. For many of us, we have lots of digital clutter, but it can be kind of hard to motivate ourselves and do something about it when we are leading a very busy life. So especially now, spending so much time at home, this could be the perfect opportunity to really get organized and become more of a digital minimalist. So just a few things here to get started with and think about is to collect all your photos, all your digital photos from your phone and your laptop and everywhere else where you may keep them. Collect them all in one digital place and go through them and keep only the best ones and then organize them logically. So for me, when I did this, I started creating folders for each year, and then within those folders, I created folders for specific events and categories, etc. And then I organized everything along those lines. And to be honest, it took me a long time to get it there. But now that I have that system, I can maintain it with minimal effort. Clear off your desktop on your phone, laptop, and other devices. Delete apps you haven't used. Go through your bookmarks and delete the ones you don't use. Delete your sent folder, organize your email inbox, and delete subscriptions you don't use. When it comes to deciding which digital items to keep and which ones to get rid of, or delete in this case, then try to be really critical, because it can be easy to think, you know, it's not taking up any space in my home, so I'll just leave it be for now. But digital clutter is also a real thing, and I know for me, I much prefer to have only like a small amount of photos and files that I actually enjoy and that I actually need or use, instead of having a whole bunch of them that I never look at or that I don't know how to find what I'm looking for. Number 4, declutter your food. One area of decluttering that also works perfectly right now is to declutter your food items, by which I mean go through the food items in your fridge, your freezer, your pantry, and your cupboards. And one of the reasons that I think this can work really well right now is that it shouldn't generate a lot of actual clutter that needs to leave the house, unless you have a lot of expired products, but you are actually going to use them up and eat them. I don't know if your pantry is more stocked than usual right now because of the current situation. You may have more in there than usual. We normally don't really store any food in the home long term, but right now we do have some food supplies that could last us about 2 weeks if we need to. But nonetheless, it is just as important to keep it organized and to know what you have in there. And if there's anything that you are not using and that is going to waste, best to use it now. We all have these food items in our home that we just bought a long time ago and don't really use on a regular basis, or we don't know how to use them. So it is time to go through everywhere you store food and seek out those items, and then try to go online and find ways that you can actually use them in your cooking and that you can actually enjoy eating them. Number 5, declutter items you use at home. So let me explain what I mean by this. A lot of us are spending a lot more time at home right now. So for example, you may not go out to eat or order in as often as you used to. So that means that you may be spending more time in the kitchen actually cooking meals. Or for example, you may not go to the gym right now, which means that you are exercising more at home. Or maybe you have some kind of hobby, project, or arts and crafts type thing that you enjoy doing at home and you now have more time for. And all this is great, but this also means that this is a great opportunity for us to really examine, are these items actually being used a lot, or are they actually adding value to our life? So in the cooking example, you may have certain recipe books or appliances that you always figured, you know, once I have more time to use them, or once I have more time to actually cook, I can get so much use out of these items or out of this cookbook or special blender or juicer or whichever appliance that you are thinking about. And sometimes the ideas that we have about what we want to do if we have more time don't necessarily work out like that in reality. These appliances and items are meant to make our life easier. So if you are not using them right now, then when are you ever going to use them? If you are not using that kitchen appliance right now, or sporting gear or exercise equipment or hobby items, etc. right now, then when will you ever? And this could be a little hard to accept, but it's perfectly okay to be realistic and just decide, you know what, I thought I was gonna get a lot of use out of this, but it's just not happening. And if it's not happening now when you're spending so much time at home, then chances are it's not gonna happen in the future. And in this case, I would say that the empty space that you are getting back for it in return is probably worth a lot more, and keeping the item around is not going to put any money back in your pocket. And in the case of these hobby items or arts and crafts items, things like that, chances are that you are probably using some of them, but others not so much. And this could also be a really good opportunity to just really see and evaluate which ones are adding value for you and which ones not so much, and only keep the ones that really add value for you so they don't get buried and hidden by all the other stuff. Number 6, bite-sized pieces. The name of the game right now is keeping things small and manageable. Most of us are probably already feeling a little on edge right now, and adding a huge project like decluttering your entire house or even just an entire section of your house to that is probably not going to make you feel any better. And also, if you declutter big areas at a time, things will often get messier before they get more organized, and we just don't want to be in a lot of mess right now. And another reason you want to do bite-sized pieces is that a lot of us are probably feeling a little low energy right now, or at least at times, or low motivation. And if you have just a bunch of very small, manageable tasks to do, that is a lot easier to comprehend and to get your head around than if you have like really big, overwhelming goals. At this time, so many of us are undertaking so many different roles, all in our home. So we are living here, spending time here, cooking in our home, cleaning in our home, being with others or pets or kids in our home, perhaps parenting or teaching in your home, trying to work from home. And it is a lot, and having a clean, organized space can really help to feel safe and cozy and sane. On the other hand, I don't think that this is the time to get really strict with ourselves and get ourselves motivated and push through and strive for perfection, because life gets messy and these are just very strange times that we are dealing with. So try to take it easy and don't be too strict with yourself. Don't strive for perfection, just try your best. That is all you can do. Please give this video a thumbs up to support the channel and subscribe if you're not already. Check out Simple Happy Zen's Ultimate Decluttering Guide, link in the description and in the top comment. And as always, questions, comments, and conversation down below. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.